Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Alloy, and welcome back to SevTech Ages. In the last episode, we were working on a bunch of different things in Age 1, mostly getting the plumb line and the weak dowsing rod so that we could start getting copper. Yeah, we found some copper, we found some coal, and I was looking around. I hadn't found any tin samples, but I just wanted to show you guys, first of all, just how much I've dug out. And this should last us for a little bit, at least a little while. So between episodes, I did a bunch of exploring, trying to find different things, mostly more samples, and of course, I found a ton of copper, not that much tin, surprisingly, but there is some tin around. We'll go look at that before we end the episode today. But I dug out about a little over a stack and a half of copper. So all in all, not too bad. Today, we are going to start working on a couple of different things. And I feel like there's something else I wanted to show off real quick. But I don't remember. But yeah, just to kind of give you guys an idea of just how much exploration I've done in. There's the map, and all of these little marks are just different stuff I found. So I found some tin, found a ton of copper. There is some tin actually really close to where I found some copper, which I'm kind of angry about. But oh well. Anyways, today the plan is we're going to kind of continue progressing through the ages and just trying to get whatever we can done. There are a lot of quality of life things that we need to work on, and I was trying to figure out where are we going to put our base, and I think our base is going to go right up there actually, and we'll kind of connect to different areas. That was something that was a little bit, I couldn't find the original place. I need to go back and watch the first video and see what the area was that I was talking about that I liked for our base, because it's around here somewhere, but maybe I can figure out where I went and we can find it again. But that is something that we'll have to kind of, we'll deal with later. It's not that important right now. But yeah, if we just head up this mountain, I really kind of like this general area. I don't want to move somewhere too far away because that's just going to be bad. But right up here, I feel is where we were looking at. Both in this area and then like having a bridge over to this area. And just kind of developing up here. Yeah, because I feel like there was a bridge right here, and I think this is the original place that we were at, and that was our original like spawn point area. I don't remember where our little hidey hole base was, but I really like this area, and coming up here is probably going to be the best place to start building. Now, what we're going to build with, I don't know yet. Right now, we don't really have that many options, just because we're limited in technology. As we kind of get farther along, we'll have more options. So we'll kind of look at different things to build with and whatnot. But just this general area is really nice, and we can have a bunch of stuff here, and it'll be great. So that's kind of my idea. That's kind of my plan. And that's something we'll start working on relatively soon. Like I said, we'll kind of start plotting things out. And once we can make, honestly, once we can get out of horsepower and start working with machines and stuff like that, and actually making wood, specifically wood products, without the use of the chopping block, things are going to be a little bit nicer. So, first thing I want to start working on today is we need to make some new things. The next thing on our list to make is an alloy kiln. And why do we need that? Well, basically it's going to allow us to alloy our metals, specifically copper and tin, which makes bronze, which for whatever reason we have a bronze pickaxe from copper. It's fine. It's cool. I don't care. But yeah, we need to make the alloy kiln from immersive engineering. And I forgot we need the engineer's hammer. So we'll have to make that. Let's get this off the bar. So the alloy kiln, we need 8 of these kiln blocks, and they require sandstone and bricks. Now bricks we can make in a clay kiln and that would be fine. We could also... Ooh, that might be faster, but that's probably not going to be that much faster. We need... Oh, these make 2. I didn't realize. We only need 4 recipes of this, so we need 8 clay turned into the stuff. So we'll have to do it one at a time, but that's fine. Let's see. Coal, you can go in here. We'll put the rest of the clay in there. So I went and got a bunch of clay and a bunch of sand. I was kind of looking around to see if we could find a, oh, what's it called? A desert? But I kind of got tired of exploring. So we need, let's see, 4 of these recipes, so we need 8 sandstone. So that's easy enough. And this will make our alloy kiln. Now, the engineer's hammer, we need 2 copper, a string, and some sticks. Now, the only thing that I'm kind of concerned about with this is the string. And, of course, it looks like we don't have any. So, how are our copper crops going? That was a little bit of a tongue twister for just saying, how's the copper? Or cotton. This is cotton, not copper. But we have a good bit of it, so not too bad. Now, one day we will be able to move water around, and when that day comes, we'll be able to actually have a farm near our base. That will be nice, but we'll worry about that once we have the technology. Till then, we just kind of have to go with it. So, work tool and 3 cotton give us a string. And we're almost there with everything else. We just need a little bit more wood. So let's just grab a bunch of sticks because we're going to make more ladders today. Because we need to go find some tin. And let's go ahead and make the ladders. So we need 2 copper. I think we have that. We do. That wasn't done yet. So 2 copper, string, 2 sticks. Let's make just a little bit more in terms of ladders. 1, 2, 3. We need to make more torches as well. So let's get some coal. There's something else we need with that. What's the recipe for torches? Right, plant twine. Which is not that difficult to get. We do need to go sleep though, so let's go ahead and sleep. So yeah, a lot of what we need to do from here on out is going to be kind of working towards, I believe the end of this quest line is astral sorcery, I believe. I could be wrong on that, but that's what I think it is. So there's the kiln brick, and we have all mixed up. So now we can make bronze. So in order to make bronze, we're going to need to go find some tin. We're going to need to go mine some tin. And let's get some plant twine. And get some torches. That's not too bad. So let's keep plant twine in here. Keep the extra sticks in there as well as the sand. I'll organize inventories later. That is not too much of a concern right now. So we can make the alloy kiln just right back here. And I've got to remember how to make it. It is a 2x2x2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you smack it with your hammer. And there's the alloy kiln. So we should probably make more copper. Let's go ahead and get some more copper. And we're going to need to go get some more coal as well. We'll worry about that a little bit later. So let's go get some tin. We have our dowsing rod. And we have everything we need. So this should not be too much of an issue to do. But the next thing we need to do is start making bronze. And bronze is going to be really important for a couple of different reasons. Mostly because it's going to allow us to get into more stuff. So here is, let's see, right over here, yeah, there's a torch right here, is where I found azurite. So here is the azurite samples, aka copper, that we had found, and we searched and I searched for it, and it's right there. And if you just come right over here, literally right over here, there's teolite samples. And we can just go ahead and break that and get 10. So let's pop up F9. Look at the chunk boundary. So let's see. Nothing of interest. Nothing of interest. Teolite. Cool. So there's some teolite somewhere down here. And I want to do one of these. Let's get rid of F9. Don't need that anymore. Accidentally hit F. Don't want to put that in my hand. So what do we need to do in order to get... I guess we have to break teolite in order to get the achievement, or cassiterite, either one. I found a mixture of both. I think I found all of one thing of malachite, and I heard a skeleton. Skeletons do not have bows, by the way, but they no longer. Oh my God, there's a ton of different materials down here. They no longer carry around trumpets either, at least the one I found. And hopefully we can find the tin here soon. Like, I don't think we'll have... Ooh, we might have a problem getting out. If we do, we can always pillar. That is always an option. But making a little bit of a... making a little bit of a hole should not be too bad to do all of this stuff. So we'll get there soon enough. I know that it said it found some teolite. I wish I could see it. Oh man, where is this at? So it says Y8 and 68. And our plumb line tells us we are at 31. Wow. Gotta get through a lot of stone to get down here to the 10. Some dirt too. But once we find it, there it is. Once we find it, there should be plenty. Heart not found. It's a Wizard of Oz reference. So there is plenty of teolite here, aka 10. And I love the ore generation in this mod pack. It's very reminiscent of AbyssalCraft, which is a really fun mod pack. Well, I guess it's not a mod pack; it's just a mod, singular mod. But that should be enough for right now. We'll take that back and get some. Get some tin from it, and then we can make some bronze. Now we might need to go get some more coal. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. We'll kind of decide as we go. Can't we do something like this? Yeah, you can ladder from the top, which is really nice. So we could make this just a singular hole, but meh. Let's just keep going. We only have 4 left. So we are going to need to pillar out a little ways. Oh, and I did want to go ahead and put a torch down here. Okay, just to make sure that nothing spawns or anything. So let's head back to the base, and we are going to start working on getting some other stuff. So I'll need to get more ladders. That's fine. That's not too much of a problem. Before we come back over here, but I'll do a lot of mining off camera because that's going to be easier. But since we're over here, there is some coal that's... Let's get our atlas out. Yeah, there's some coal just right over here. So let's go pick up some more coal. I don't want to mine too much on camera, but we're going to need just a little bit more coal. Hey, more cotton. And yeah, we'll go back, we'll make some bronze and see what's kind of next for us. So I know we're getting close to the Necronomicon, aka AbyssalCraft. I know we've already went to the AbyssalCraft like biome, the Darklands, but there is still a lot more to do with that mod that we haven't quite got to yet. And a big part of it is going to be dealing with the Necronomicon. And I will be honest, I've never actually messed around in... Is this the one? I've never actually messed around in AbyssalCraft, but this isn't the one I was thinking of. It's over here a little bit farther. I know what to do. I know the general gist of it. But we're going to have to go kind of pretty hard through AbyssalCraft. At a certain point, I think we don't have to do too much with it. But at the very beginning, we're going to have to do quite a bit in order to unlock other mods. Specifically Astral Sorcery, which is a mod that I've never messed with, but is one that I really, really want to. It looks incredible. And I've got so many like series going on that I just haven't really had time to play a newer mod pack that has Astral Sorcery, and I'm really looking forward to it. So we're getting close to that point. Now let's go home. That should be enough coal for a little bit, and we can start making some tin as well as just copper. And what I need to do... What is that? Oh, wolves. It looked weird. It looked like a rabbit. I don't know why. It just looked like Bugs Bunny or something. But let's just go back to base. And we're going to set up a couple of things. We need to get a wooden hopper set up with a chest so that we can easily kind of melt down our metals. And then we can worry about... we'll be able to automate that completely later, but until we have access to redstone, we really can't, and I think that might be the next stage, but I'm not entirely sure. Once again, that's one of those things that once we unlock it, we're going to have the huge deposits of it, and we can get basically as much as you need. So it's not really, this mod pack is not really a concern about getting resources. Once you unlock the resources and find them for the first time, you're going to have pretty much all that you need. And if you need more, then you just got to find a little bit more. Like, it's not nearly as... There's light down there. It's not nearly as grindy as normal Minecraft. I don't even know if there is any sort of, like, auto mining systems available to us anytime. So we have some tin, we have some more copper. Put that back. Let's clean up our inventory a little bit. And we should probably sleep. That's why I had 6 copper on me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's just take 9, 10. We're just going to make a block of each for right now. And then we're going to alloy them together. So pretty simple stuff. But we need to automatically kind of put things into the melter. And in order to do that, we're going to need another wooden hopper. So let's go ahead and get that. AKA a whopper. We're going to do... Are these easier now? Oh, yes, they are. Although we could just make the old chest too. But it doesn't actually matter. It's the same recipe. So let's just grab some wood. We'll make a normal chest, turn it into a whopper, and we need to make another normal chest. So what we can do is set this guy here, wooden hopper like so, and we can throw this stuff in there. So as this melts down, it will auto feed, which is what we need to do. We're going to need some coal. And we can start working on some other stuff. So while we're kind of waiting for things and whatnot, let's just put a bunch of coal in there. Let's start looking at some other achievements and quests. So we can now make a blood altar. Oh, you can remove the step up ability. I don't know that I want to. I kind of like it. So we can do crunchy pillows. We can make a leaf bed, which I have. We can also look at the blood altar. And so blood magic is a mod that I've actually messed with in the past. I've done quite a bit of blood magic stuff, but I've never actually messed with the new version. And a lot has changed. First of all, we need demonic will. We need to kill it with a sentient weapon or by throwing a snare at a mob and hitting it while it has white particles. So we need to make a sentient weapon. So there is, if I can spell sentient, there is a sentient weapon, a sentient sword, but it requires a Hellfire Forge to make, and that requires a lot of stuff. Actually, that's not too bad, but we need a Tartaric gem to begin with. Actually, but we need ash. We could do that. Bronze, blue, and a shadow fragment. You know, we could probably do that. Or we can make snares. Rudimentary snares is 10 ash and string. So that's something we'll have to do eventually, but I don't know how easy it's going to be. So let's take a look at the leaf bed. The leaf bed is actually really simple. Requires some sort of leaves and some hay bales. So how many hay bales do we have? We have 27 wheat, which is enough for 3 hay bales. Perfect. We should probably start farming wheat so we can make bread, so we can make those tasty sandwiches. That might be a good idea. But then the next thing we need to do is find our shears. I know we had some. And there they are. And we just go grab some leaves. Doesn't matter what kind. So let's just grab some standard oak leaves. And we can make a primitive bed. I like the TP though, so I'm going to probably keep using the TP. But we need to make this anyways. It's kind of a let you know it's there. So let's do this and this. And there's the leaf bed. Or I guess it's the straw and leaf bed. But that is yet another one. So what else can we start doing? We could start making barrel stuff. That is definitely a thing. Also, this should be full of copper. It is. I'll just pour that out. Now this cannot make any sort of alloys. And the tin should melt pretty quickly. Compared to the copper, it should be relatively quick. But this will make us tin and copper. And honestly, the worst part of all this is just the fact that it takes a while for the stuff to kind of do anything. So if we want to make bronze, that's the next thing. Bronze ingots we can make in the Alloy Kiln. It's 3 copper to 1 tin. Or can we make blocks? No. You have to make it individually. That's fine. So 3 copper to 1 tin. So we're going to have to go break this guy down, which is not that hard. Just put him there. Grab our stone hammer. And whack it a couple of times until we get the ingots. So we need 3 and 1. So I'll probably spend a little bit of time just melting down ores and whatnot. It shouldn't be too bad. And we can do this. We'll get the tin and then we'll start smacking that and get what we need. So while we're kind of waiting, just throw a bunch of stuff in here. I am going to need a couple more ladders, as well as always chop down more trees. That is not too much of a problem right now. Not really having a problem with like keeping wood, like supplies, but we do definitely need to make more ladders. And that should be enough for now. Alright, so do we have the tin yet? Probably do. We do. Alright, cool. So I'll have to go mine plenty of tin, get plenty of everything, and it'd be cool if I can, I don't know if, can I shift? I wish there was a way to just put that down. Anyways, we have some tin now, which means we make our first little bit of bronze. So we just put this in here, and it will cook up, and it will take a little bit of time, but we'll get there. So tin. Let's give everything like 2 spaces. And then we can do ingots and blocks at the bottom. So we can do something like this. And yeah, that'll work. And then coal, get something like that. This will be whatever. And actually, can we turn coal into blocks? And then turn it back? We can, but it requires some stuff. We'd have to press it down into a block, and then you can grind it back. So that's not really worth it. So we'll just do something like that. 2 sulfur, and then whatever else we get. We'll kind of play it by ear. So is our first bronze done? It is. And the really cool thing about these guys is they don't actually use heat if they're not being used. So we can pretty easily melt things down and not have to worry about it. But there is our first bronze. We have bronze now. The next thing is we need the Necronomicon. This is going to be where things get more difficult. Necronomicon. So the Necronomicon is made from plant cloth, corallium plague flesh, and rotten flesh. I think we actually have all that stuff. So let's do something like this. And actually, you know what? We can sacrifice on the coal a little bit. Sulfur, you can go over there. So do something like this with bronze. And eventually we'll expand stuff and whatnot. So we need 3 rotten flesh and corallium plague flesh. So we actually only need 1 of those. We need 4 of those, and then we need plant cloth, which is made from twine or plant twine or whatever. So a bunch of this. Alright, so in order to get the bone out of this, we just do that and we get a bone, which is kind of nice. I didn't realize that. Plant twine into plant cloth. Weave it together. And with this, we get the Necronomicon. Now, the Necronomicon is a magical book. And there's a bunch of stuff we can do with the Necronomicon. But one of the main things we need to do is we need to get statues. We need a Shoggoth lair in the swamp or river biomes. I found 2 of them. After 6 or more spawn, they will eventually erect a monolith and a statue on top, or craft the statue using the Shoggoth flesh. So we need a statue, and it doesn't actually matter which one. There's a bunch of different ones we can get, and there's decorative statues and all this kind of stuff. But we need Shoggoth flesh. Now, if we look at the map, this skull right here, and then there's another right there is a sword I put down. I wasn't very efficient about my my markings, but this is where things are going to get a little bit annoying for a little bit. So Shoggoths are not anything I really want to kill, like at all, because they are kind of nasty. Basically, they have a lot of health, and all in all, it's better if we don't have to kill them. I didn't mean to jump on that repeatedly, but we did. I don't really want that. So it's better if they kind of make the platform. By the way, there's more copper right here, which I haven't even marked on the map because I found so much copper I stopped doing that. Yeah, it got that bad. So I don't know why I always choose to kind of go along this little watery edge, because it's not a good way to go. I thought that was a bear for a second. I got scared. Bears are scary, but It is almost night. We're going to have to sleep here soon. So can we get up here? Jumping. My weakness. Okay, so let's just run across here. Let's get our sleeping mat out. And let's go ahead and sleep. So the Sheogoth laders are... I found a couple of them, so that part was easy enough. We actually got incredibly lucky finding one at the very beginning of the game. But in order to get them to do the thing we need them to do, it might take some time. So the Sheogoths like to... They are finicky. Let's just put it that way. And I think it's actually right below us. Nope, there's a bear below us. I think it's on over. So they are a little bit finicky, and we need them to build. So Sheogoths will kind of spread out and do their thing. They will actually build stuff, which is kind of cool, and whatnot. So right there is the lair. So they haven't done it yet. And so our option is we can kill a bunch of them, or we can hope that they do what we need them to do. So right there, there's like... How many is in there? There's like 6 or so? They should start doing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of hang around out here across the river, so I don't aggro them or anything, but I'm going to keep them chunk loaded. And I'm going to just kind of set up base, just kind of do something. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. If I can find some metals or something, I might go mining. But basically just kind of hang out in the area and let them hopefully build a monolith and a statue. And if they do, then I'm going to steal it. And hey, there's 10 right here. So I'm going to probably search for the 10 and try to get the 10. That should be close enough in range that these guys should do their thing. And I'm hoping they will build a monolith. And where they're going to build it, by the way, you can already see it would be right here. So once they do, like, I think it would be in here. I don't really don't want to break anything. I think one of them just growled at me. But yeah, there's a bunch in there. Hopefully they do something, and I just kind of have to wait for it to happen. So that's the plan. I'm gonna mine some tin while I'm at it, while I'm over here. And next time, hopefully we can get into the Necronomicon and AbyssalCraft, because this is going to lead us to, well, a lot of things. The Beneath, especially. And once we go to the Beneath, we can start getting a couple of new things. There's 2 ores that are found in the Beneath that are only available in the Beneath. So that's what we're going to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!